Hello and welcome to another cryptocurrency update. It's Sunday the 18th after the market closed on the 16th. Well, actually in Bitcoin world or currency world, actually doesn't actually close 24/7. But here's where I look at to try and make sense of all that 24/7 business and all the volatility. I look at GBTC, who's kind of like an investment trust with their cost averaging of continually buying over time, should in theory balance out all those gyrations. So here's the long-term chart. We're looking at this last week. I've drawn two trend lines here. There's this longer one here that goes like that. Remember, the longer the stronger. And there's a shorter one here that goes like that. The longer term trend was violated this week. And there it's just the close right there. So it's still on a long-term trend line there, but the longer one was broken. And it really needs to pull its socks up here. It's been getting beaten down. There's profit taking. There's dumb money, who got shaken off in the last correction, and you keep getting governments are suddenly waking up to the fact that there are these things called cryptocurrencies, and what should we do about it? And they're making all kinds of silly ideas, but noises about that. But that's not going to go anywhere that will end it, but it's needless to say, it's going to affect the price. It's going to make people twitchy about it. But here's the long-term chart, and at the end of the day, the long-term trend is up. Yes, it's having some short-term problems. We can't ignore that. Have to stay alert. But there's no get. The chart is the chart. It's above its 40-week. The 40-week's pointing up, and let's look at the short-term trend then. So here's GBTC, and as I reported last week, there's this wedge that's forming here. And it did the right thing. It got to the sort of below there, and sort of bounced off it a little bit. And that, as long as it needs to stay there. There's this trend line here. I don't want it to break. If it breaks 14 on the weekly close, the 40-week is really going to be the last line of defense for it before the the long-term trend is in danger. Really, really long-term. I'm talking from a trader's point of view. Cryptocurrencies. And more specifically, the blockchain is the future. It is the equivalent of the internet back in 1998. It's not going anywhere. It will change the way business is done. Cryptocurrencies, they're like any stocks or currencies. They're going to have their ups and downs. The game we're playing is really the dot-com game back in 2000 when lots of money was made. And if you sat there too long, too late, you weren't watching the chart, money was lost. But we're not going to do that. So there it is. We don't want it to get below this red line here. That's the 200-day. And ideally it stays in that wedge like that. Let's just look at the... see, this is why I look at GBTC, because, these actual individuals' currencies are, dipping below the 200-day. And that's definitely not good. These things need to get back on track pretty quick. And start messing around really. So I could go down the list, but they're all looking pretty sluggish this week. But I am not. I'm not adding any, and I'm not selling any. We're really just waiting for the market to come around and just adjust to all this bad news and overhead supply. See, because all these people who were got sucked up into the frenzy and were buying all up here, lost all this money on the way down. They're looking to sell every chance they get right now. Another technical thing we don't want to see, as I mentioned last time, I do not want to see this blue line here, the 50-day average, get so low that it crosses over the red line here, the 200-day. Technically speaking, that won't be good at all. So keeping a sharp eye on this, but no reason to get worried about the long term at this time. And I will speak to you next week.